What is the treatment for the sinus brady? Excellent. Symptomatic or asymptomatic? If it is asymptomatic, nothing. Patient coming for trauma, polytrauma, and you check his vitals. I mean, like shoulder dislocation or something. You check the monitor, sinus brady. Oh, let's do the ECG, rhythm strip, sinus brady. Will you refer to cardio?
Maybe an athlete.
Patient doesn't have dizziness, blood pressure is stable, no shortness of breath, so it's normal variation. What are the causes for sinus brady? Can be athlete, as you said. So what happens with the athletes? Increased vagal tone. Why there is increase in vagal tone with athletes? So imagine now that I am not athlete, I am fatty, and I want to start now to do aerobics and do some cardio exercise. So because I'm not fit yet, my heart rate is maybe 90 or 100, very fat. So this is my baseline heart rate. Now I started to do the exercise day number 1. Few seconds while jogging, heart rate, it goes up to 150, 160, 170, like that. Why? Because with the exercise, my heart wants to supply the whole body. So cardiac output increases, stroke volume multiplied by heart rate. So because I'm not fit, the heart rate should increase. So once I finish my exercise, whatever, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I stop, what will happen? Khalas, I'm tired, I will sit, relax. The heart rate will come down. How will it come down? The vagal tone will bring this heart rate from 150 to the normal. If I give up, it's over, as if I didn't do anything. Day number 2, I started the same exercise. Few seconds, heart rate jumped 150. Finished the exercise, vagal tone brings the heart rate down. So with the time, the vagal tone will become more strong. So my baseline, because the heart rate is balanced between the sympathetic and parasympathetic. So if the vagal tone now is becoming stronger, heart rate will go down. My baseline becomes 80. When I exercise, it doesn't reach 150, it reaches 120, 130. Okay, my baseline now is 60. Heart rate doesn't exceed 120 when I'm doing exercise, and so on. So when the heart rate goes down, there is time now for the ventricle to accommodate more blood when I'm exercising. So what do you think about the stroke volume? Bigger. So the athlete, he will increase his cardiac output by increasing the stroke volume rather than the heart rate. So that's why the athletes, they have slow heart rate, and the athlete doesn't mean the weightlifters. No, this is not the case here. The case is the athlete, the people who are doing cardio exercises, swimming, jogging, running, cycling. Okay, another cause for sinus brady. We're almost done with this part. Drugs, beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, digoxin. Yeah, if a patient is taking these drugs usually, then he gets sinus brady. What else? Hypothermia. With hypothermia, metabolism goes down. What else? Hypothyroidism, same concept. What else?
Hypothermia.
What else?
Hypothermia.
Yeah, hypothermia, hypothyroidism. What do you think? A patient came to the emergency with jaundice, obstructive jaundice, and you find the heart rate is 45 or 50, vitally stable. I mean, blood pressure is fine. Will you refer to cardio? Not really. What is the cause here? Medical people. So with obstructive jaundice, there is actually deposition of the bile salts inside the SA node and more inside the AV node. So with the obstructive jaundice, you may get sinus bradycardia. Don't refer to cardio. Unless the patient is unstable. All right. Other cause, year 1 emergency residence, and first polytrauma case, stab wound and evisceration and blah blah blah. What happens to you? I mean, if you're a boy, not a girl. So what will happen? Vasovagal. So this vasovagal, you get increase in the vagal tone, heart rate goes down. Okay. Other possibility, a patient coming with COPD, patient of sleep apnea, and he comes to the emergency after stabilizing his case, put nebulizers and you put all these things. Now his heart rate, because he went into tachy because of the distress. Once the distress is over, now he's relaxed. When he relaxes, he goes into brady, heart rate of 50. Why? This is related to the hypoxia. Hypoxia can cause bradycardia. Don't refer to cardio. I like this presentation. So this is only because of the hypoxia. Hypoxia can cause bradycardia. As long as the patient is vital stable, then we do not refer to the cardio. All right. So we stop here. We take some break.
The
Didn't come yet.
still here.
Okay, so this is we finished the nodal bradycardia. We continue to the AV. Yes.
I have a question. You said for the sick sinus syndrome, you'll have tachybrady, right?
Mhm.
So it's supposed to be regular tachy and regular brady? Because the last strip, it's not regular brady.
Yeah, it does not mean that it should be regular or irregular. It can be SVT for quite some time and then first degree block, or sinus brady and atrial fibrillation. It usually varies. Sick sinus syndrome means that the SC node is not working well. Sometimes going into brady, sometimes goes into tachy. Sometimes another focus works. Alright, so we'll take break and then we'll continue.